We'll discuss the benefits and drawbacks of cabovers versus long-nosed trucks in this video. Have you ever wondered why American truck manufacturers stopped producing cabovers in the 1960s and 1970s, yet nearly the rest of the world still makes them? But first, you may be asking what a cabover is. A cabover engine is another name for a cam-over truck. Trucks have a flat nose, and the engine is positioned beneath the cabin, whereas long-nosed trucks, also known as conventional trucks, have the engine in front of the cabin. Cabovers in America from the 1940s until the 1970s. The cabovers were quite popular in America because to their small size and better maneuverability, particularly in cities. International White Motor Corporation was one of the American companies that produced convertibles. The regulations that were in place at the time, which limited the maximum length of the truck, including the trailer, allowed Mack and Kenworth to use more cargo space. This rule was one of the main reasons the cabover made sense, because the smaller your truck, the more cargo you could carry. This is still the case in Europe, where most countries have different maximum length rules, but they apply to the entire length of the vehicle, including the trailer. Whereas in America, the limit for length rules only apply to the trailer. However, in 1982, a new rule was put into place that completely changed the situation. The new rules limited the length of the trailer to 53 feet and removed the cab from the length restriction. This allowed truck manufacturers to produce longer and more comfortable cabs for long-distance drivers. And gradually, the larger long-nosed trucks replaced the cabover. In America, several Cabover trucks still exist, such as delivery trucks, garbage trucks, fire trucks, and concrete mixers. Why do trucks have long noses? The length regulations were one of the reasons why American truck manufacturers stopped producing cabovers. But why didn't they simply extend the cabin on the cabover rather than creating a long-nosed version? There are a number of reasons for this. Comfort. A longer wheelbase not only gives you more room in the cabin, but also improves driving comfort. Because there are less road bumps, and engine noise and vibrations are in front of you rather than behind you, which also reduces cabin noise. Additionally, the long-nosed truck has a lower entrance that is very ergonomically significant when you have to get in and out of a truck frequently throughout the day. The engine is positioned in front of the truck, making it easy to reach the engine, where you must tilt the cabin on cabovers in order to prevent a windshield from being damaged by a driver's belongings. The cabin must be completely cleared. First, the final justification for the manufacturer's decision to use long-nosed trucks is safety. As previously stated, trucks in America are permitted to travel at much higher speeds than in Europe, so safety is crucial. Additionally, the long nose helps shield the driver in the event of a collision with a cabover, where there is only a windshield between them. Why cabovers? There are undoubtedly some benefits to long-nosed trucks, but so are cabovers, which are ideal for the driving conditions in Europe and most of Asia. Here, the roads are narrow and winding, making cabovers much more maneuverable than large, long-nosed trucks in crowded cities where visibility is crucial for pedestrians. Another obvious benefit of cabovers is that, in addition to being higher, which improves sight, they also lack the bigger pillars that long-nosed trucks have, giving you a much greater perspective from the cab. We just don't see why American truck manufacturers should resume making cabovers as long as the regulations remain the same. American drivers travel such long distances that they require the extra space and comfort that long-nosed trucks provide. And safety and aerodynamics are also significant arguments against returning to cabovers. Even with the recently developed electric trucks, like the e-Cascadia Volvo, VNR, and so forth, possess an elongated nose, it also depends on demand. Since American truck drivers adore their long-nosed vehicles, even if they are powered by batteries at the bottom of the vehicle rather than an engine. Which is your favorite? What do you think will happen when the taxiover returns to America? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more.